Coming to ourselves. There are seasons when we feel farther from home than we ever intended to be. Not always geographically, not always dramatically. Sometimes it is a slow drift, a quiet distancing, a subtle ache that tells us something is not right, but we do not know how to name it. We look for relief in noise, in distraction, in achievement, in anything that might dull the loneliness of that distance. And sometimes we begin to wonder if we have gone too far to come back. That day, in Luke's gospel, there were people who knew something about distance. Now the tax collectors and sinners were all drawing near to hear him. Luke chapter 15, verse 1. They were the obvious ones, the ones whose distance could be seen, the ones whose reputations carried the weight of their failures. And the Pharisees and the scribes grumbled, saying, "This man receives sinners and eats with them." Luke chapter 15, verse 2. They were near in body, far in spirit, close to the law, distant from joy. We are standing somewhere in that crowd. And Jesus begins, "There was a man who had 2 sons." Luke chapter 15, verse 11. The younger son does not ease into his rebellion. He asks for his inheritance. He gathers everything. He leaves. It is not just a request for money. It is a declaration of independence, a choice of distance. He gathered all he had and took a journey into a far country. Luke chapter 15, verse 13. Far country. That phrase carries more than miles. It carries separation. It carries the illusion that life is fuller somewhere else. And for a while, it may have felt that way, until the famine. And when he had spent everything, a severe famine arose in that country, and he began to be in need. Luke chapter 15, verse 14. Need has a way of stripping illusion. He binds himself to a citizen of that country. He feeds pigs. He grows hungry enough to envy what they eat. He was longing to be fed with the pods that the pigs ate, and no one gave him anything. Luke chapter 15, verse 16. No one gave him anything. Distance promises freedom. But in the far country, it begins to feel strangely hollow. Then Jesus says something that should make us pause. But when he came to himself, Luke chapter 15, verse 17, he came to himself. Before he comes home, he comes to clarity. He remembers his father. He remembers bread. He remembers that even the hired servants are not starving. The awakening is not glamorous. It is honest. It is humble. It is the quiet admission that the far country has not kept its promises. Formation begins here, not with a feast, not with applause, with clarity. He rehearses his speech. He lowers his expectations. He is not planning to be restored. He is hoping to survive, and then he rises, and he arose and came to his father. Luke chapter 15, verse 20. We can almost feel the long road under his feet, shame walking toward mercy, fear walking toward possibility. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and felt compassion and ran. Luke chapter 15, verse 20. Still a long way off. Before the speech is finished, before the apology is polished, compassion moves first. The father runs. He embraces, he kisses, he restores. The robe, the ring, the sandals. Not probation, sonship. For this my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. Luke chapter 15, verse 24. There is music in the house now, but outside, another distance is revealed. The older son was in the field. Luke chapter 15, verse 25. He hears the celebration. He refuses to enter, but he was angry and refused to go in. Luke chapter 15, verse 28. He has been near all along, faithful, dutiful, obedient, yet something in him cannot rejoice. He speaks of his brother as this son of yours. Luke chapter 15, verse 30. Distance has taken a different shape, and the father goes out again. He goes out to the rebellious. He goes out to the resentful. He pleads. The story ends without telling us whether the older brother ever steps inside. Jesus leaves it there. We are still in the crowd. Some of us feel the ache of the far country. Some of us feel the tightness of quiet resentment. All of us are listening. But when he came to himself, maybe that is where we begin. Not by pretending we are fine, not by defending how far we have gone, not by rehearsing speeches of self-justification, but by coming to ourselves, by seeing clearly, by remembering what home is like. As you sit with this teaching today, take a moment to reflect on where distance has quietly settled into your heart. Where have you begun to believe that you are too far gone, too ashamed, or too tired to return? And where might Jesus be inviting you simply to come to yourself, to see clearly, and to take one step back toward home? If you're willing, share your reflections or questions in the comments so we can learn and walk this road together.